Now the next topic that we will discuss is transformation of general equation in different standard forms. Now we have already discussed that the general form of a straight line is given by ax plus by plus c equals to 0. That is a linear equation in x and y. A linear equation in x and y always represents a straight line. Now under this we have studied various standard forms, that is the slope-intercept form. That is which form? Y is equal to mx plus c. M was the slope, c was the y-intercept. Second was the intercept form. Intercept form was x upon a plus y upon b was 1. What was a? A was the x-intercept. B was this was the x-intercept, and this was the y-intercept. And as I had already discussed with you, x and y intercepts are sign sensitive. And the third was the normal form. So in this part what we will do is, we will be given any general equation. We will not be given these standard forms, we will be given the equation in general form. And what we have to do is, we have to convert this general form into these forms, into slope-intercept form, into intercept form, into normal form. In this part we will study the rules as to how we can convert our general equation into these forms. Okay. So the first form is slope-intercept form, that is transformation of the general equation, that is whether you write capital AX plus capital BY plus C0 or small ax plus small by plus c equals to 0. It is one and the same thing. So we'll keep capital part and c into y is equal to mx plus c form. Now for this, why is it important? Why is it important to convert a general form into the slope-intercept form? Because if we convert our equation into this form, we can straight away find the m of our line, that is the slope of our line. Coefficient of x is the slope of our line, and c is what? The y-intercept. This is your slope, and this will give you the y-intercept of your line. So step 1, make y subject. The only thing that you have to do is make y subject, that is keep y on one side and other terms on the other side, and other terms on the other side, and make coefficient of y1. Once you do this, whatever is written along with x becomes the slope, and whatever is written as the constant part becomes the y-intercept. Therefore what we'll do is, ax plus by plus c equals to 0 is your equation. We'll make y subject. So what we'll do is, we'll take minus c and minus ax on the other side. Y will be what? Minus c upon b and minus ax upon b. Therefore this is your slope-intercept form. Now what is the slope? If you compare this with y is equal to mx plus c, what is the slope? Minus a upon b, because it is written along with x. And what is the y-intercept? Y-intercept is minus c upon b. Now if we want to generalize this, whenever we are given a general equation, we can straight away write the slope of the line, and without doing this process, by actually seeing what we have got here. Minus a upon b. What is a? A was the coefficient of x in the original equation. And what is b? B is the coefficient of y in the original equation. Therefore if we want to get the slope of a line which is given in general form, what we have to do is just put a minus sign and write the coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. This will straight away give us the slope of the line. Similarly, if we want to find the y-intercept, what is c? C was the constant part of your line, and b was the coefficient of y. Therefore we can simply write coefficient, or rather constant upon coefficient of y. This will give you the y-intercept of your line. For example, let's say we have 3x plus 4y minus 6 equals to 0. Now this is the important thing is, one point to note is, before comparing bring all terms to one side. If you don't want to convert this into y is equal to mx plus c, you just have to want to use this formula, and make sure you bring all the terms to one side. So what is A? A is 3. What is B? B is 4. You are comparing this with ax plus by plus c equals to 0. What is C? C is minus 6. So what would be the slope of your line? Minus coefficient of x, which is 3, upon coefficient of y, which is 4. This will be your slope. Similarly, what would be the y-intercept of your line? Minus c by b. And what is c by b? C was your constant part. Minus of constant part was minus 6 upon coefficient of y was 4. This is coefficient of x, and this is coefficient of y, and this is your constant part. Therefore, your y-intercept is 6 upon 4, which is 3 upon 2. You don't have to do anything. You just have to remember this, that in the general equation of a line, what gives you the slope? Minus times coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. This will give you the slope of your line, and minus times the constant part upon the coefficient of y will give you the y-intercept of your line. You don't have to, this becomes an oral question then. You don't have to do this process. This was your first part.